Hey, James Young here. I hope you're all doing fantastic. So, I want to give tips on sleeping well. First of all, what's the big deal about sleep? If you're young, you're going to think this is nonsense. But hang on, don't click away because you might be able to help your parents with some of the tips I give, or friends, or it's amazing how many people struggle to sleep well. And if you don't sleep well, if you don't get that deep sleep, that REM sleep, the full breadth and the cycles, your short-term memory can go, your recovery, physical recovery can go, you don't get the release of growth hormones and all the stuff that's meant to happen overnight. So I never used to believe in sleep. I used to try and go to bed late and get up early. And I think when you're young you can cope, but it does start to take its toll. You start to look old and you get these big sunken eyes and all this kind of stuff. So now, so I'm 42, like Roger Federer, we all know him, right? Tennis player. He gets, I believe, 10 hours of sleep a night. I don't know how he sleeps for that long. Maybe he's just in bed for 10 hours. But he said when he started implementing that 10 hours sleep, he suddenly found a whole new lease of life. So I'm guessing over time he's been able to actually sleep for that long. I see a lot of videos of army guys. It's always army guys saying to get up at 5 a.m. What a crock of absolute, you know what. If you're getting up at 5, you need to be going to bed at like 7 to get like a decent amount of sleep. So they always make it out like it's a hero thing, an ego thing. Oh, you don't get up early enough, the whole day's wasted. It's not, it's difficult if you have a family and you get up at 5 and you wake your partner, you wake your kids, you go to bed at 7. It doesn't fit in. It doesn't fit in. So my tips: 10 o'clock is a good bedtime. So for me personally, 10:30. 10:30. That gives me enough time after work. So I normally finish work like 8:30, get back, have something to eat at like 9. That gives me like 20 minutes after I've eaten to have a sit down. I mean, ideally you're not meant to eat close to bed, but life goes on, right? So if you're like me, you get home, maybe you've been to the gym, then you get home and you have dinner, and it's like 9 o'clock, 8, 9 o'clock, like when you eat something. You then need like half hour, right? Just to have a sit down, watch something, read something, have a relax, right? So like a 10:30 bedtime. That enables, so for me, 6:30 wake up, 6:30 alarm call. And that enables enough time to get to work, right? We can't live in this fantasy world where you go to bed at 7, but you've finished work at 5, and then you get up at 5. It just, unless your work hours fit around this, so most people, let's say 9 to 5, you need a couple of hours before and you need a couple of hours after. So one of the keys is to go to bed at the same time. So let's say you go to bed at 10:30. Well, you need to go to bed at 10:30 every day, not just Sunday through Thursday. You need to go to bed at 10:30 on Friday night, on Saturday night. If you every 5 days knock out your bedtime, you're knocking out your rhythm. You're literally knocking out your rhythm. So don't expect to get your best sleep if you're not going to bed at the same time. Your body wants a routine. It is dying for routine. It wants to set its rhythm up. And a lot of people talk about, especially old people, if they go to bed at say 10:50 when their normal bedtime is 10:30, they sometimes you'll hear them say, I missed my slot. So they've got to wait for their next sleep cycle to come take them, which may not be like another, I don't know, I think we all have unique sleep cycles. So if you miss your 10:30 where it comes to grab you, you've then got to you got to be wait for another hour or so before your next sleep cycle comes through. And so maybe a strategy for that is you get into bed, say it's 10:50, you get into bed and you read your book, something like that, listen to some relaxing music until that sleep cycle comes. Personally, I love to daydream. So I'll go to bed, say I miss my 10:30 and I can't sleep for that moment. I'll lie there and I'll think. I'll just play stuff through in my mind until my sleep cycle takes me away. Same thing, 6:30 wake up. So even if, this is now a key, Saturday and Sunday, right, when we all like to lie in, got to still get up at that 6:30. That'll then get you primed, ready to hit that 10:30 sleep cycle come Sunday night when you know you've got work on Monday. I do apologize if you don't have a regular Monday, Friday week, but you can apply it to your life, right? Get up at the same time every day, no matter what. If you want to sleep well, if you want to sleep efficiently. I generally find 7 hours is like my optimum. And what I mean by that is I'll be tired enough when I go to bed that I'll sleep really solid. Like I won't wake up, I won't kind of have that light sleep. I'll just be knocked out, boom, boom. Yeah, 7.5. I think like 10:30 to 6:30, assuming a little bit of non-sleep at either end, comes out at like 7 hours, which for me is about spot on. Leaves me just nice and tired. Okay, so that's first thing. Go to bed at the same time. Wake up at the same time. These people that don't have alarms, phone, alarm, yes. Another key, dark room. So many people have light curtains where light's spilling through the sides. You need blackout. Invest in it. Pure blackout. You don't need any light coming through when the sun rises in the summer, or cars driving by, or any kind of artificial light coming through. You need absolute darkness. So many people overlook it. They put up lovely little light fluffy curtains and the light comes spilling through. You can even get like blackout to put on the glass so that just no light comes in. That's the way to go. It's a bedroom. It's for sleeping. Next thing, I've seen a lot of people get on with the masks. Try it if it's for you. Personally, not for me. As long as I've got my blackout, I'm all good. I do love earbuds. If there's any noise whatsoever, just reach for, have I got any here? I did not have any here. Just the little, you can buy packs on Amazon for nothing, like £4 for like a whole pot. And if you have any noise whatsoever, boom, earbuds in. Really, and I take them always whenever I travel. Always have a pack of earbuds because if you're used to silence and you go away and there's any noise, it'll just keep you up. You'll be like, oh, I just heard that. I just heard that. Your mind starts going. So earbuds. I don't sleep with them every night because often it's quiet enough, but definitely have them. I definitely have them on my bedside table ready to go. Absolutely crucial. Temperature. Turn your heating off in your house, open your window. You need fresh, cool air. I've got a feeling I've read somewhere between 16 degrees and 18 degrees. So that's UK temperatures, is perfect for good sleep. Basically, you need to be cold. You'll get your best sleep if you're cold. I personally have a very light duvet, and I just literally put my shoulders underneath it. My legs are out in the air. Once I get into that sleep pattern, I just, heat is just coming off me. And if I don't start a little chilly, in the night, I'll wake up and I'll feel hot, like I can't breathe. That's like my body can't breathe. So I try wherever possible to be like out of the covers, even though I've got like a mega thin duvet. I know some people like to be boiling over in a huge, great duvet. Normally it's female. They want to be boiling. Males generally want to be literally out in the cold. I don't know whether this is a like thousands of years ago where we maybe at the front of the cave and the women were in the cave next to the fire, so they got used to sleeping with heat. Mega sexist comment, but that is maybe the way it used to be. God, that is a terrible summation. But I don't know. Why is it that a lot of males like to be cold, a lot of females like to be warmer at sleep? Let's not go there. Okay, so stay on the cool side. Do not overheat. It's like when your grandmother puts over your kids blankets, more blankets, more blankets. They are sweating their rollocks off. They need to be stripped off. You'll go back in there 10 minutes later and they'll have kicked off everything, including the duvet, and they'll literally be lying on top of everything in pajamas that are still too hot. So, and it's an absolute, it's nuts. If you're a grandmother, don't put the blanket over the kid. Don't put the duvet over the kid. If they're cold, they'll wake up and they will get under the duvet. Please. Happens every time. It's really frustrating. So yeah, nice and cool. Window open if you can. Through draft if you can. Even get a fan on, especially in the summer. Tough in the summer. Worth investing in aircon. Sleep cannot be overlooked. Next point, caffeine. I've found tea after 3, you'll be awake or you'll have impaired sleep. So a 10:30 bedtime, a 3 o'clock final caffeine hit. So coffee or tea, last stations, last serving at 3. That's a good few hours for that caffeine to leave your system. Whatever you do, don't go out for dinner and then, oh yeah, I'll have an espresso. What? Are you nuts? Are you nuts? You will have a terrible sleep. You've no doubt had alcohol, then you smash in a coffee. You might as well the next day just write it off. Write it off. You cannot do any physical exercise that next day. So have a mint tea, yeah, have a herbal. Don't have the espresso, don't have the latte, don't have the flat white at dinner, don't have a cup of tea at 10 o'clock. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? It's a real key thing. Right. Exercise. It is key. I mean, this channel is all about exercise, diet and well-being, life hacks. If you haven't had a walk during that day, no doubt you will be doing a walk that evening. And whatever has happened, yes, you've got time for like a 5-minute walk. Yes, you do. You absolutely do. Get some fresh air, even if it's like 10:20 and you haven't had a chance to do exercise. If you've done exercise, fine, you can go to bed. If you haven't, get some fresh air, literally 5 minutes, and you'll sleep way, way better. Trust me. Reading in bed can be a good one, just to settle the mind, get comfy, that kind of thing. No devices in the bedroom. I bet you 100% every single one of you takes your device to bed and gets it out and starts swiping. Yep, well, you've messed up your sleep, because that light from your phone, starts triggering off the brain, and you'll have impaired sleep, and it'll affect you. Little by little, it'll affect you. So it's I never have email on my phone. No, emails for at the desk. Yeah. I know people operate differently, but whatever you do, when you leave your living room to your bedroom, do not start swiping. Do the swiping, then go to bed. Yeah, that's when you do it. Just set your alarm on the side, turn off all beeps, and you're done. I know you won't be doing this, but you must. I always put mine on airplane mode, so that takes off all data. I set the alarm, airplane mode, and then the next trick is the alarm. Don't put it within reach, because you'll swipe or snooze, right? And you'll grab another minute. No. You need to put the device somewhere that gets your legs in the vertical, so that you have to get up as the alarm goes, boom. Because why? Getting up is like a band-aid. If you don't just get up, you're doing this with the band-aid. You just really gonna really drag out this getting up thing. Gonna really pulling the band-aid. Oh, let's drag it out for 10 minutes with a snooze. I was in a really deep sleep, so no. Set the alarm, put it on airplane mode, put it out of reach. When the alarm goes, you just got to get up. You just got to rip the band-aid and go. I've hated snoozing or like lying there so much that I like self-implemented that phone routine, the alarm routine being away from me touching it, because I just want to get up. You know, the day started, it's time to go. And now I do it without thinking. Alarm, boom, up. I can't stand that lolling in bed, like grabbing another minute. For what? What upside? What benefit is there to that 10-minute snooze? If you could get up 10 minutes later, set the alarm 10 minutes later. You know, for me, 6:28, alarm goes, boom, it's time to get up, because I got all these things to do, and then I got to hit the office. And that gives me the time to do everything and get to work on time. Yeah? Not 6:38, 6:48. My alarm would be then if it could be. It's the latest time I can allow myself to get up. So alarm goes, boom, up. And I always hear it, why is there even a snooze function? All right. Some people have a shower before bed. Makes them feel nice and fresh. Get in the sheets. Gets their temperature going. Fall to sleep easy. I don't personally do that, but I know it works for some. My next tip for falling asleep. So people laugh at this. I have a routine. I start on the front, recovery position, flip to the side, and then rotate to the side, rotate to the back, rotate to the other side, back to the front. And I rotate like a I was going to say a pork on a rotisserie, like a chicken on a rotisserie. I just keep rotating around the positions from side, full side, back, front, yeah? And at some point, one of those positions will work for sleep. I often don't get past the side or even the front. But somehow that routine of me rotisserieing myself works. And also because I don't think about it, I get in, boom. A few minutes later, boom. A few minutes later, boom. So it's nice not to have a thought of, how am I like going to lie this evening? I'll try this side. No, my body knows. Oh, he's in that position. It's sleep time. Oh, he's there now. Okay, we can definitely sleep now. You know, so get that routine. What to sleep in? For me, pants. That's it. No bottoms, no tops, pants. Because in the night, as I've said, my body will be going into overdrive, doing all its repair work, and heat is just coming off, boiling. So the last thing I want is anything on me. And I don't know, old-fashioned, I want something covering the old nether regions. You know, if pajamas are for you, pajamas are for you, not for me. I reckon, oh, the bed. So I did another video about valuing your possessions. When you go to buy a new bed, do you buy the 300 quid one because it's cheap? Or do you buy the most expensive bed, the best bed? Let's not go with the most expensive, the best bed you can possibly buy. So let's do the maths. What's a bed's value per minute of use? Pennies, right? So buy the best possible bed you can afford, because per minute of use, it's a no-brainer. You need to buy the best possible bed you can with the most comfortable pillows and the best duvet you possibly can. I mean, I've got a feeling it's quite embarrassing. The duvet I just bought this summer, not this summer, this spring, was 160 quid. I mean, that's insane. But hang on, let's think about it. Every single day for 8 hours, I sleep underneath that duvet. Per minute cost of that duvet, you know what? That's now not bad. That duvet will last, I don't know, a decade, 2 decades. I'm pretty sure I've still got my grandmother's duvets on our spare beds. So per minute, geez, buy the best duvet you can. Buy the best mattress you can. The one that suits you. I like the suits you. You know the series suits you. Anyway. Memory foam mattress. Awesome. Ones with springs. Bounce, bounce, bounce. No, no, no. Memory foam. Junk. When you turn, junk. I'm obviously a little bit against down pillows when it hasn't been sourced in a friendly way, because being a little bit vegan or plant-based, I don't like the idea of animals being produced for their feathers, but hopefully it was all in the process of feeding someone that does want to eat that, and nothing was anyway, let's just skip that. The fake fibers, they're just fine. They're fine. You know, I've realized when you wear humans are now so good at making stuff that this nylon-y, stretchy thing, it's way better than a natural fiber. It's way better than a woolen t-shirt. So why fight it? Use man's skills at making stuff. Get a you know, a non-natural fiber bed, because we're just better at making stuff. Anyway, so yeah, spend the money on the bed, on the duvet, on the blackout, and I got a feeling I've touched on everything I wanted to touch on. Maybe some of those things filled your gap if you were struggling to sleep. It's so important to not overlook it, and I really hope that helps. And let me know what you do to sleep well. I'd love to hear in the comments any sleep tactics I haven't mentioned that you use. And otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.